Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Cast Carbon, and welcome to part 12 of the Metal Master Chief armor build. Today we're working on the shin guard and the knee pad.
So I'd like to discuss how I'm going to actually make the shin work. You see, I'm concerned that this part is going to be particularly difficult to make because I'm definitely going to have to engineer this differently from other parts of the armor. For example, the thigh armor, essentially it is simply a plate that sits on the outside of the leg, and yet it has this ring that wraps around the knee. So in terms of complexity, there's not really much. I simply will have to stick my leg through here in order to put this part on my body. But the same cannot be said for the shin, and this is a problem I've run into before with various other costumes. Allow me to demonstrate. I have a leg, I have a shin guard. I go to put my leg through the paper model, and I am making progress. As you can see down here, look at that. It's ripped, it's ripping, and it's sketchy. And I'm filled with a modicum of concern that I'm going to destroy the paper model. Now you can see I did get the shin guard on my leg. The paper model fits. And while it looks like it's kind of high compared to where my foot is, this is also compensating for the inevitable boot that is going to go here. So this is, for now, what we are going to call correct. So the knee, the calf, the shin, this is what we're going to be dealing with. And that's a very tight fit. And because of that very tight fit, this is going to have to be made out of a few parts. Now, sometimes with different costumes, with certain kits, for example, the Imperial Stormtrooper armor from Star Wars, what happens is they often make that kit out of that shin guard rather, from that kit, a left and right shell. So you have one here and one here, they go together, and then you have a leg part. In the terms of this, don't think I can get away with that, because that will destroy the look here in the front, and we'd have some strange seams and gaps. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is the shin armor from a Republic clone trooper from the prequel era of Star Wars. This gives us a promising idea, because many clone troopers in the 501st Legion, the costuming group, they do what is called the spoon method. The spoon method being that you take the front and back halves of the clone kit and put them together as a solid unit. But then, from the back calf section, you cut out this quote-unquote spoon, and now you have a way to get a leg through the calf armor easily, like so. And then the spoon itself is then reinserted into the armor. And in my case, there's Velcro tabs in here. And then bada bing, bada boom, it's on the body. But if this were a solid unit, obviously the heel and the foot gets in the way, and I can't get my leg in and out. That means we're going to use similar ideas to the clone spoon method for our Halo 2 Metal Master Chief armor build. The main shin and calf section of the armor is going to be one solid unit. This entire shin section and the back calf will be one single unit. However, what I'm going to do, similar to the clone shin spoon thing, is I'm going to have a hinge point. So this back half of the calf Say that 8 times fast. I'm gonna have probably along maybe this seam or maybe following some line in here, I'm gonna have this whole section just hinge open. So similar to the clone spoon, I'm gonna have tabs like this on the sort of spoon for the calf, but the tabs will be up here at the top, and they'll be either a nut and bolt or most likely some sort of rivet that'll allow that portion of the armor to hinge open. And then so that way I can get my foot through. And then once I have my foot in, this will close, and I'm thinking I'm gonna have some sort of spring-loaded button. Imagine the buttons you see on a tent pole, the kind that you push in and you're able to then slide parts until the button meets a hole and it springs out in order to lock the item into position. The other thing I'm going to have to work on is the knee pad, because if you consider a crouching position where I'm on my knee, that means my weight and all that pressure is going to go here to this plate. If that is the case, and I'm at a kneeling position, my weight going here, it's going to want to try and push the entire shin, I fear. And if that is the case, that's going to be really uncomfortable as it pushes and pulls against the bones in my leg. So what I'm thinking will have to happen is that the knee pad is going to also have to be a separate unit with a hinge point back here, so that way this whole thing can slide and rotate as needed. And I'll potentially have a spring so it can return to its natural position and look like this. So currently what that means is I have, at the point of recording this clip, I'm going to have to do a bit of engineering to figure this out, but I'm going to break the pattern down into knee pad, front shin guard, the main calf section, and then the lower calf section. Ladies and gentlemen, I am somewhat stumped by how I'm going to make the engineering side of this work, but wish me luck, because I'm going to begin the breakdown of this pattern and I will see you all at the shop.
The table's so clean today. It's great. It's also been run over with a paint stripper wheel, so it's nice and super duper clean. You love to see it. Today what we will be focusing on is just the knee pad section. So as usual, I will go ahead and, that was a lot of dust. I will get the plasma going, get these parts cut out. There's the air compressor kicking on, it's very loud. Okay, today is a different day of recording. Last time I was out here, I had a storage issue, so the technology side of things kind of buggered me up, but today is a different day. We have the pieces for both knee pads laid out. I have done the grind off screen, so we are ready to start welding. Huzzah, that is exciting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the main portion of the knee pad, weld this, or get it tacked, and it's basically a box, so that should be fairly easy. Then I'll move up here and bend and tack together the upper sort of box section, and then bend and tack the middle pieces, or use this guy to then bridge the two pieces together. And we should have a set of knee pads quite shortly. Come along for the ride, won't you? This is the reason that you keep your patterns nearby, because I almost had a big whoopsie doodle. I was very confused. When I marked up all my patterns and cut the steel, I marked like left or right, and then I put an arrow knowing which way was up on the on each piece. Well, I did it wrong on this piece. I put the arrow going that way, but actually, consulting the pattern, it goes the other way. So, you know, keep your patterns nearby when you make things so you don't make mistakes. What we're going to do next, we're going to tack these two pieces together, and I kind of want an overlap thing going on, so I'm going to be using the hammer and probably the anvil, except I have to drag it over here and it's heavy and I don't know if I want to do that. Anyway, I'm going to be getting this face matching up with this face, the overlapping the way I want it to. And then once I do that, then I will go, well, oh no! Once I get this as a solid sort of unit, then I'll go in, not solid, you know what I mean, like tacked, good, and positioned well. Then I'll go in and take this little guy and put it on top, so that way we'll have the full Mark 6 Halo 2 knee pad. Yeah, buddy. That didn't take too long at all, and I'm pretty darn happy with the result. Actually, these are still hot, so I can't quite handle them. Let's see here. Okay. So the, what is it? That sort of flare out here on the on this and these 2 points, they flare out a little bit, maybe more than they should, or not enough. I haven't really tested them as far as like fitting against my leg, but I mean, I'm satisfied with how quickly these went together, how symmetrical I did get them. Both of them, this point, it's like it slopes upwards, and I kind of like that. I dig that. So I'm happy with how this come out. Also, using hammer and anvil to get these edges more square has been working out quite well, so I'm happy with that too. That's still very hot. Don't touch it. So the last thing I need to do to these really is I need to drill the holes here in the front and at the side, but I'm gonna wait and deal with that later. It's like every piece of the suit so far, even though I finish a video and say, look, it's done. It's like, well, they're not really done, because every single part has stuff left to do, and the knee pads, it's gonna be the same. But for now, I'm gonna call the knee pads done, and we're gonna move on to the rest of the shin armor in the, well, not in the next video, but in the next session of recording. So I'm quite happy with this, but I've run out of time for the day. So I will see you guys, I guess, in a week or whatever, whenever I come out here to record next. Woohoo!
All right, it's been a while. It has been a while since I worked on the knee pad portion of the shin, but now I'm actually going to work on the shin proper. It's hard to see in this lighting. The plan right now, I gotta break this thing down, and I'm gonna do it here at the shop, but this sort of back trim piece, I'm gonna omit this, and the trim down here that goes around the ankle. We're gonna omit that. I might add something like this in later, but for now, I'm gonna omit this. I'm gonna omit this guy here, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna break down this part that goes around the calf and the front of the shin, but this area right in here, that is gonna be that sort of spoon type portion that I talked about earlier in the video. So we're gonna separate this out and put it aside and work on this main part of the template first. important thing, but I do want to note it's gotten colder because, you know, we're into November now, and bro, at the time of recording this, I mean, I'm wearing the thermal onesie again, which I do love this thing, but you know, it's that kind of cold. I think when I checked the weather, it was it's 34 degrees, but the temperature feel like is like 18 degrees or something. And you know, I know if you live up north, you're like, that's nothing, but bro, I'm from Texas. It's cold, man. Right now, I am rough cutting these parts, and I should be able to start tacking them together shortly. So the last clip was actually filmed 24 hours ago. I went home and I have been mulling over what to do about these because the shins are coming together fairly well. I've got the calf section and the front shin section together, tacked up. But as we can see, I'm having some major issues here with the opening where the knee would be. And if we put the knee pad up to it, like, it's not matching up, of course, but the larger problem is that I'm not sure precisely why, but this opening is so tiny. I haven't really been able to figure out what I did wrong, but I clearly did something wrong where on both of the shins, the top opening is just weirdly tiny. And I only tried one time, but I don't think I can really get my leg through this. You can see, I can get my foot in there, but I can't get my leg through that. The other problem too is the back of the leg, the sort of spoon thing I was gonna do. It kind of fits, right? Like you can see that the top edges more or less kind of fit in there. But then when we look at the bottom, the bottom points of this thing, they're not quite matching up. There's gaps on either side. So I've given this some thought, and I think what I'm gonna do, my thinking is if I split this and have it so this can open, I can like reshape the rest of the thing, because like the front is kind of flumpy on these, the sides kind of stick out in weird ways, and you know, again, these things are not matching up with the knee pad, so that's my current plan. Cross your fingers, and hopefully this will work out in my favor. I went ahead and cut that tack and tried to flatten this back out, so now both of the shins match in that way. And then I also went ahead and got the hammer and mashed this flat, so yeah, it's a bit wider now, but I'm gonna try and now muscle this to where it's to where the knee opening is kind of wider, and get this shaped a little bit better around the back side. And then once I do, and I know it will fit on my leg, then I'll be able to figure out and pattern out what I want to fill this, and then I'll figure this out after the fact. So here we go. Okay, I don't have it completely tweaked yet, but I do have the right leg tweaked. And I've got it open quite a bit. Let's see, this opening is about 2 inches on the bottom and about, 2 5/8 on the top. Thinking I'll just do a straight piece that's just probably just 2 5/8 and have it fill this space in, because I think from the profile view, this coming back and then the spoon section it'll come in, so you'll get that sort of calf look that the shin guard is supposed to have, and I think that'll look fine. and I already tried it on. I got it sized up to where it fits the way I want it. And the knee pad also, let's see here. The knee pad is actually wider, but considering what I'm planning on doing, where I have the knee, the shin, and the thigh all hinged together and working together, I think this will be fine, as long as I can get it positioned right. Technically, the knee should be attached here, according to the Pepakuro model, but I'm gonna have it up a little bit and as its own separate part, just for my own mobility, but I think that'll work.
Here we go, driving to Lowe's, cause I didn't bring all my metal with me. Gotta go to Lowe's and get some more sheet metal. So we're on a side quest. It's super great, and I'm totally not annoyed that I left my metal at the house. Awesome. Yay. All right. Well, that will do. That'll do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to leave this video here. I know that the welds on the shin guards are not fully completed, but I'm having equipment issues at the moment, so the parts are built. I'll get them fully welded off camera. I will also say that the rigging of the shin cap spoon trapdoor, that's going to happen in a later video when I do other rigging on other parts. So you will see that in the future as well. In the next video, we will be moving on to the boot armor. Strangely enough, I am looking forward to this part because it's another articulated piece and I have a very good plan, or at least I believe I have a very good plan on how to make this work. So I'm looking forward to it and I hope you are too. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you like what I do here, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Cass Carbon, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.